All right, thank you for joining us today for our monthly Qebot Coffee Break. This is a 15-minute hyper-focused webinar series aimed at providing quick, easy-to-consume marketing and business operations tips to help you run your business more effectively. Today's coffee break will be focusing on optimizing subject lines for your email marketing campaigns to drive more opens. My name is Matthew White, CEO of Qebot, and I'll be your host for today. Qebot consolidates the tools and applications that small and local businesses use to manage their marketing and day-to-day operations into a single portal, decreasing time, effort, and resources necessary to build your business. Today's webinar is going to be run through GoToWebinar. Please use the question feature as shown on the screen to ask questions throughout the presentation. To keep on schedule today, we're going to be answering the most pertinent questions at the end of the webinar. Question and answer will be limited to only a couple minutes, so if we do not get to your question, feel free to email us at success@qebot.com and we'll respond to those directly. Again, we want to make sure we keep on time here, so if we can't get to your question, email us there. All attendees will also receive a link of the recording of this webinar for reference later on. Today's webinar progress is going to be going as shown. Here's the overview of what we'll talk about today. We're going to go through email marketing use cases, subject line best practices, subject line do nots or don'ts, statistics and showing exactly what it looks like when you use these kind of tactics that we're going to be talking about. We're going to go through an example today, and then we're going to do a wrap-up. Just a kind of wrap-up to make sure we've got everything. Again, this is a 15-minute webinar, so we're going to go kind of quickly. We'll make sure, again, after this webinar is posted, we're going to post the transcript to everything we talked about today, so you'll have that in a written form as well later on. Email marketing use cases. So here are a few ways that you can use email marketing to engage with your customers. Number one is through newsletters. Newsletters are a great way for you to keep in regular contact with your clients and keep your business on top of mind. It also works very well to keep them updated on any changes, updates, maybe new products or services that you're rolling out, or any pertinent news you want to share with your audience. Include a few interesting topic pieces about your industry that can link into your blog to drive people to your website, and really kind of show that you are an expert. Another great use is through promotions. Do you guys send out promotions on a regular basis, or coupons to keep your clients coming back on a regular basis? There's no better way to do that than through email. You're connecting with your customers right through their inboxes, and this is a great way to keep them coming back on a regular basis. Updates. Let your loyal customers know if there are updates to your business or your products, or if you're rolling out a new service that they should know about. This is a great way to do that as well. Keeping people informed about what you guys are doing and how your business is operating. Events are a great way to let your customers know what you're doing and really get you involved in your local community as well. If you have regular events that you're actively doing for your business, remind your customers about those events and keep a schedule through email campaigns. Let them know, when they can register for it. Give them heads up a couple days before, maybe an hour or so before that the event is actually happening, and make sure they understand what they need to be doing to be effectively participating in the events that you're putting out. So now we have a couple ideas of how businesses are using email marketing, and perhaps maybe you have some of your own at this point. So let's talk about drafting email marketing subject lines that drive opens and get people reading your content. So again, we're going to talk about the subject lines today, not a lot about the content of the actual email. We're talking about how to get people just to open your email up in the first place. So number one, keeping it short and simple. The more concise, the better. Try to convey your message and get across what you want your reader to know in as little content as possible. Try to keep it to 3 to 7 words. Any more than that typically either gets ignored by the reader, or oftentimes can actually be cut off by whatever email platform that customer consumer might be using. So make sure you're keeping it short, you're keeping it concise, you're getting the pertinent information they need, but also not overbearing, number one, the reader themselves or the email marketing platform or the email platform they may be using. Personalizing it. This is kind of an interesting one. So a few years ago, everyone was talking about using your recipient's name in the campaign to make it directed towards them. Data now is starting to show, however, that the more users are really starting to become aware of how email marketing technology works, and people are realizing that having their name in the subject line of an email is really just a pretty basic option for marketing technology these days. We're seeing some pretty interesting declines in having that name actually put in, corresponding with open rates of emails. Instead, we suggest using information about perhaps their location or their industry or their business in particular in that subject line to get them interested. Talk about their city, talk about their community, talk about something interesting that's happening in their industry specifically, and you'll see much better open rates that way. Adding benefits. This also can be a pretty tricky one. You want to demonstrate a benefit to your potential reader and let them know that you have a sense of what they may be interested in, but also you can't be too heavy with the benefit or you can be seen as spammy. So just in a couple examples, terms like lose weight now or make more money today are really probably going to get you flagged for spam, and your recipient's never even going to see your message. Find out what your recipient is interested in instead and direct your attention there. What is going to be a benefit to that specific person? A few examples might be, check out our webinar series to increase sales. That could be a very interesting one if somebody is in a business-to-business kind of market and they want to help their clients increase their sales. Also, say you're a local store trying to sell fabrics or sell clothing. Having a sale at this specific location, having a sale downtown San Francisco location on Saturday could be a great email marketing subject line that's going to get people interested and get them. They're going to see what that benefit is, the sale, and know where to go to get that. Missing out, making your recipient feel like they're going to miss out on something big. Try putting time limits in your subject lines to push people to read your emails now. This one can be tricky though, so you got to be kind of careful. Too short of a time frame can be off-putting to your recipients and kind of stress them out. Stressing out your recipients makes them lose interest fast and not care about what you're actually offering. So that too short a time frame, they're going to be stressed out about and not really care what you're offering. Try using more open-ended time frames like limited spots left or limited deals available, so they know that they have to look at it and respond fast, but they don't have that stress of you have the next 2 hours to get something done. Including calls to actions. If you can, try to include a call to action in your email subject line. If you want your reader to do something specific, let them know that from the very beginning. A great example would be including terms like register for our webinar or sign up to receive a discount. You can even use more personal subjects if you are targeting potential customers that you know what they want. So like if you know that you are trying to get a meeting with somebody, say something along the lines of, I'd like a minute to discuss and whatever you want to discuss. Really kind of telling them up front, this is what this email is for and this is what you want to do. It lets your readers know from the beginning that you're reaching out. It starts to create that trust from the very beginning. Couple do not. So we're going to go through some things that we recommend. We went through some good things to do. Now we're going to go through some things that we recommend not doing that could affect your email marketing campaigns negatively. Number one, don't go negative. People enjoy being excited about things. By going negative, you actually turn people off from opening your email as a whole, or if they do open it, they're going to enter your content with a negative viewpoint in the first place. Subjects like not doing something is hurting your business, or you've missed out on whatever it is they've missed out on, can kind of create that negative tone and can be seen as insulting sometimes to your potential client. Saying you're doing something wrong is sometimes insulting to their business and how they run it. So you want to make sure to kind of lean away from going negative and try to put positive spins on everything you guys are doing. Don't use all capitalization. This makes it really look like you're yelling at your audience, and it kind of gets into a threatening behavior. While it may catch an eye of the person's inbox, maybe they see it real quick, it also gives off a level of arrogance that you don't want your intended reader to want to see. It doesn't help with engagement if they feel like they're being yelled at or threatened. Don't use subject lines that are unrelated to your content. So exaggerating the actual content of your email in the subject line, or even worse, writing something that is with the sole purpose of getting opens, but has nothing to do with the actual content of the email or what your business does, is a very bad tactic to take. Sure, you may get those first email opens, you may get people to open the email to start, but that will quickly drive down as your customers, as your audience loses trust in what you're talking about, and they know that what they're going to see isn't going to be the information that you're promising them. Don't use spammy words. So spammy words will ensure your email never makes it to the desired recipient's inbox, and rather can end up in the lost in their spam folder. Just a few common examples of these words, and I'm going to go through these, and again, this will all be posted on our blog, so you'll be able to see what these words are and read them from there. But just a couple that will flag typically on people's spam boxes is free, opportunity, affordable, bargain, cheap, discount, deal, hello, friend, sale. Sometimes sale. It depends on how you're operating with sale, but sometimes it can be flagged, but it depends on what you're putting together with it. Number one is a pretty bad one. 100% guarantee, no obligation, trial, risk-free, satisfaction guaranteed. Those kinds of things are just not going to work very well, and they're probably going to drive down your open rates. So we just recommend not using most of those. Now, to kind of show exactly what we're talking about here, we've pulled together some statistics to kind of give you a background on what we're saying and how it actually works in the field. So some general statistics. Subject lines are responsible for about 33% of email open rates. So you want to make sure that a lot of those other kind of open rates are going to be from people that know you or expect that content to be coming from you. But 33% of those are going to be specifically open because they read your content in the subject line and got interested. Personalized subject lines have a 20% higher open rate. So again, personalize that subject line to really focus on your audience. 69% of spam is reported based on the email subject line alone. So make sure, again, you're writing without the spammy content in it. And 66% of total email opens are on mobile. So that's all emails that are coming in. 66% of those are on mobile. So you want to make sure, again, that you're utilizing a technology that is mobile capable, mobile friendly. And it kind of brings into our next topic here, our next page of subject line length. So shorter subject lines often perform better than because of the keywords are more visible to the email clients. It also catches an eye faster. 3 words is easier to read than 7 words, for example. Also, we said 66% of emails are read on mobile. 40% of emails are actually read on mobile first. So they're read on mobile before they're even read on a computer. And a lot of times, mobile carriers or mobile email platforms will cut even further down into the allowed amount of text within that subject line. So keep it short, keep it concise. 4 to 7 words visible on the screen is typically what you'll see. And then effective word choice within that visible portion of the subject line has more impact than the length. So if you do need to write something that is more than 7 words, make sure you front load that email subject line with keywords that will interest your intended readers. A couple high-performing keywords: urgent, announcement, free. This again can go back and forth. It depends on what you put around it. Tomorrow, and the reply button. So the reply is an interesting one. Make sure that if somebody uses it and you have it in there, always keep it in. We recommend not using it if it is not a real reply, though. And then no subject is an interesting one too. So we see a lot of people not using the subject in their email campaigns. I wouldn't recommend it a lot, but try testing it every once in a while, and you could get some interesting results. Low performing is help, reminder, meeting, you, quick, and forward. People don't like the forward because it has a bad spam connotation to it. Quick example of how this could work within our system. So if you look here, we're in the Qebot platform. We have a great system set up to help you with your email marketing here through a partnership with MailChimp. And here's a great tool that they have in here to really help you write good email subject lines. You can see you can come in here and pick a few different terms that you might want to put in this email. So for this specific example, we're talking about a clothing company that is having a winter sale coming up, and they want people to register for it. So we come down here, we can see, different subject lines or phrases within subject lines that typically do pretty well. So you can use a tool like this to make sure you're testing those keywords and testing exactly what you want your subject line to be before you send it out. This is all pulled from MailChimp's aggregated data from millions of emails that are being sent out on a monthly basis to really understand exactly what is going to be effective for you. So great tool within the Qebot platform and the MailChimp partnership to really make sure you're being as effective with your email marketing as possible. To wrap up, again, we want to make sure we stay within our time frame here for a quick example of what we're doing here. Feel free to reach out to us, and we can set up a time to talk to you guys and understand a little bit more about what email marketing does. Question and answer. We're at the end of our time, but I do have one here that came in that I think is pretty interesting, and I want to touch on real fast. How can I tell what my open rate is, or what are my analytics is kind of what I'm seeing here. So most email marketing systems that you would utilize will have really good analytics technology involved. They can be anything from the basic stuff like the open rate and your click-through rates if you have any links in your emails, all the way to tracking through your sites and how that customer may have navigated through your site, whether they purchased anything on your sites, and a lot of great analytics around exactly what you should be doing. So any email marketing system or platform you are using should have all of this data built into it, and if it doesn't, you need to look at a new email platform. Ours, for example, with MailChimp has really great reporting. You can export those reports and really understand how your email marketing, run A/B testing to see if this one works better than this one, and just really get a good grasp of email marketing as a whole. If you want to find out more, like I said, contact us at success@qebot.com. We're more than happy to help you guys out and kind of walk through what our platform can do to help you guys be more effective with all of your marketing and business operations in one single platform. Business@qebot.com to get more information. Also read our blog at blog.qebot.com. You can sign up for our newsletter and then register for upcoming events right on our website as well. Thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you guys learned something and you guys found this to be an informative webinar today. Have a great day and talk to you soon.